The yellow childhood home of the purple one is abandoned and in need of some TLC, despite the city of Minneapolis recently granting it landmark status. So what will happen to it next? We went there to find out.
Starting this house right here, man.
It may look modest, but this yellow house on the alphabet streets of North Minneapolis is where greatness took shape.
If they only knew, they wouldn't walk by here and just walk past and they'd go like, wow.
And Charles Smith had a front row seat.
It was like we were brothers.
That's Charles there on the floor. And that's Prince sitting on his father's lap.
I come down here every day. We'd sit down by the piano. I'd sit right next to him on the bench. And I'd start like doing some beats and stuff. And Prince would be doing everything he could think of on the piano. And we started like structuring songs and stuff.
He's Prince's second cousin and lived just up the street.
Yep. Thomas Sheridan. That's my block.
He would come over and hang in Prince's basement bedroom as the future star riffed on his dad's piano, copying tunes from their favorite shows.
Sanford and Son, The Theme.
And superheroes.
We play the Batman theme.
Okay.
Once we learned that we could pick them up off the television and off the radio and then on the records, it was a wrap.
Watching musical genius gel before they were even teenagers.
You start playing Santana, like Carlos Santana, in this basement. I'm just telling you. He had to be ordained to play the guitar. What I know from seeing it, it's unearthly.
The Nelson family bought this house in March of 1965. It was just before his 7th birthday when they moved in.
Enter Kristen Schaumler, a local Prince expert who says the legend lived here until he was 12.
And I think they should get some more money.
This WCCO archive footage of a young Prince shows him at 11 for perspective.
There are a lot of places tied to Prince. What makes this one special?
It was here where, by the age of 8, he mastered the piano.
She says there were challenging milestones in this house, too. Prince's parents divorced and his dad moved out, leaving him with unlimited access to his piano.
But for this place, he wouldn't have become the artist that he was.
We walked out of here going like, we're going to change the world like that. And you can hear it in the music.
Prince was on a musical mission, and Charles says the neighborhood here in North Minneapolis played backup.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm gone.
I can't believe people still remember me. As a matter of fact, this block blows me away because there's a couple ladies that had organs in their house. Miss Harper, I'll never forget her. She was a piano teacher. So Prince goes in there, blows her away. She says, you guys can come to my house anytime to play. Across the street over here in this White House over here, I went and borrowed his drum set, brought it over here to Prince. Me and him, now Prince got a drummer. That house on the corner, the guy is the local DJ. They used to call him Motor Mouth. In his basement, he had this huge PA system and amps, and he let us use his stuff. So we said we can get a band. So that's how we started, like, you know, getting players and putting things together, and the rest is history after that.
Schaumler's research on this house was instrumental in the city's recent decision to make it a Minneapolis city landmark.
He was such an important artist in my life. I was looking for some way that I could do something to help with his legacy.
I think that's fly. I ain't gonna lie. I'm inspired. That's pretty good for where we come from.
I think a place like this, you know, a place that helped make Prince is just so critical to preserve.
Though the question now,
my understanding is that the house is currently abandoned.
Is what happens next.
Something should be done.
What would you like to see happen to this house, Charles?
I would love it for when people ride by, they would know that was Prince's house.
A place Charles remembers was styled impeccably by Prince's mother.
She had it laid out like Prince. And she had beautiful flowers all around this. She would just go like, what is happened to my house?
There was a similar sort of struggle for what to do with Aretha Franklin's childhood home in Memphis. Some sort of community music program, I think, would just be so fitting.
I like the music lesson thing. You know, genius can come up out of anywhere.
For now, the place where Prince realized his potential sits with possibilities of its own.
And I bet you people will probably come by and probably take care of it better too if they knew this was Prince's spot. I can't even believe it sometimes. What a cool ride.
It's fun to hear the
frank,
stories,
though. I
right?
know.
Through Charles's eyes, so you
I'm
know what
sh-
actually went down in
He
there.
probably has a lot more too, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, what is the city saying about this, Aaron?
Okay, so the Preservation, Commission and the people I talked with at the city said, it's zoned urban, residential, but they're open to talking with whoever the new owner is. Not that there is one yet, but if someone comes in and wants to do something with it, they said they definitely love to discuss higher use for the home.
Yeah.
It's not that it could be a museum or anything. Maybe that's unrealistic in the area, but they want it to be something that the community can enjoy. So they're open to ideas, is the bottom line.
I bet they get a lot of visitors.
I've got the solution.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
You got an idea, Chris?
I was a little worked up watching it. I mean, the house is yellow with a green chair. That's Packers colors. Prince was a huge Look at this. Come on. He's a huge Vikings fan. I want to buy it. Paint it purple, make it obvious. This is Prince's pad.
Don't you think at least a plaque or something? I mean, that's what we were
100%.
talking about when we were out there. And the house didn't look like that, by the way, when Prince lived there. There are some old photos that I saw in the research for the story. The house was actually a stone facade, and there were some pictures. They were actually trying to take a picture of the family station wagon out front, and the house is like a little corner in the background. So it didn't look like that when he lived there.
You said they're like city landmark projections, right?
Yeah,
so what does that do for the house?
It's
What does that mean?
basically, if a new owner comes along, again, it's for all intents and purposes abandoned. The city has reached out, can't get a hold of the owners. It looks like it's been foreclosed on. But they would just have to go through the city. So if someone comes in and says, I want to develop this house, if Chris comes along and says, I want to buy it, paint it purple, and open a little museum, you'd have to check with the city first.
Give me that phone number, would you?
Yeah.
I want to get on this.
Welcome, everybody. WTF. Welcome to Funkatopia. I am your host, Mr. Christopher. This is my illustrious co-host, Mr. Michael Blaine.
Yes, look at him. Look at him.
Man, look
He's
at
right
him.
over there. Look at him.
No, look at him.
Look at him.
It's funny. So I'm on that side of you. This is kind of weird. So let me see. So does this fix it, or does this put me on the other side?
Nah, I gotta go.
So why is that
Look
weird?
at him over there.
All right. Well, I guess
Nah,
it's
he's
gonna
over
have
there
to-
again. Yeah.
And I guess I'm just gonna have to do it. I did not want to wear this hat today because I got, but I had to because I got hit in the head with a 2x4.
Whoa.
Yeah, we moved a refrigerator, and there was a guy that purchased our old refrigerator, and when we went outside, there was this T thing, and he went over the bottom part of it, and the board came and just like, it wasn't just like fallen, it was like
Projected.
it was projected like trebucheted into my, it was like schmow,
Dude.
and I went black for like 1 second, like I came to, it was like what just, and I had to sit down, man. I was just like, yeah, man, it racked me pretty good. You can't even see it, but it was large. I had to ice it, and it was not fun.
So you put a softball on your forehead right now.
Oh my God, man. Yes, it was just, it only happens in cartoons, Joni. Yeah, it's it was just like one of those rake moments. It was just like one of those rake moments where it just kind of came up and just whacked me. It was crazy. It was,
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
That was brutal.
That can't be any fun.
That was brutal. So my wife was like, you can't go to sleep tonight. I was like, I'm going to sleep. So you're just gonna
Why couldn't you sleep?
Well, they say if you get hit in the head or whatever, that, if you might have a concussion, and if you go to sleep, it can be problematic, and you might wake up. Yeah. So it's like, well, this will be hours later, so I think I should be all right. So we're good. We'll find out.
We're good till the end of the broadcast. Yeah. Then later we'll see what happens to you.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, hello for all you fine folks. Thank you for joining us. Look. Hopefully you're here for our company because Michael and I have to follow what realistically was two friggin' amazing shows. Between my birthday show, on November 18th, and the show from the Jelly Bean Johnson special that we did last week. I mean, there was like 24 plus special guests that came between those two shows, came in the room. So it was like, it was ridiculous. I mean, it was, we had an amazing amount of guests that came into the show, and I want to thank everybody for that, but we don't have any guests tonight. We are your guests.
We are the guests.
We are the guests, but we wanted to hang out with you guys, and it's, I was going to not do a show today, but I kind of felt like I wanted to hang out with you guys. It's just, it's just this reality of it. Yes. Oh yeah. And we had Lisa Coleman on too. So yeah, it's just one thing after another. So this is set your expectations appropriately for tonight. We are just we are recovering. I did mean to say, and I don't know that I brought this up. Sorry. Did I bring up that I went to go see? I know that I put a couple of clips on Facebook, but did I bring up that I went to go see Erykah Badu on the Mama's Gun tour?
We talked too much off air, so I'm sure you mentioned we talked about it, but I don't know if we did it on the show.
Yeah, that was a really, really good show. She was, she did exactly what you anticipated. Doors opened at 7. The show was supposed to start at 8.
I heard
9. So no opening act. Well, there technically wasn't it. Thundercat was supposed to be there playing bass. And I don't know who it was that was on bass in Atlanta, but it wasn't Thundercat.
Okay.
So 9:50 is when the show finally started. And they came out, no pomp and circumstance, no announcement, no nothing. Just
no intro tape, no nothing.
No nothing. Bass player came out, and everybody kind of, band members started coming out. And apparently the bass player, and I had his name written down a couple weeks ago, but I don't have it in front of me now. So he came out and started playing, and I guess they played like 4 or 5 originals of his that weren't even Erykah Badu thing, and they didn't even announce it. So everybody thought, oh, they're doing this little, thing, and Erykah's going to come out any minute. And after about 25 minutes of this, the crowd was getting getting rowdy. There was like this one lady behind me was going, refund! I want a refund.
Well, you are in hot. This is in Atlanta, right?
This is Atlanta.
They're going to show out. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They were. Yeah. There was. Yeah. It was the demographics of that show were exactly like you had anticipated, okay. and everybody was. You could feel it. Okay, let me just say this. I've been to a lot of Christian concerts in my day. I think you and I had talked about this before, but I used to do lights and did stage management for Christian concerts back in the day, back in the late 80s and 90s. I was doing lights for Milo Lefevre and Broken Heart and White Heart and Newsboys. And
what about DC Talk? DC Talk?
I was DC Talk came like almost a little bit after. This is a Newsboys first show. I did stage management for the Newsboys very first show that they did here. They did here in Atlanta.
Okay.
They just came from Australia. So they were a rock band at the time. Okay. But I mean, Amy Grant and Carmen and all these guys.
Yeah.
And so I did a lot of that stuff in stage management. Now, I've been to a lot of Christian concerts, but I've never, ever been to, there is a very, very distinct difference between Christian concerts for white audiences and black audiences. I saw the Winans do a show, like The Family did a Winans show back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And the spirit was moving so hard in that. I think it was the Fox Theater.
Yes, sir.
You could feel the spirit going over that crowd in waves. And it was just like building up, and you could You could feel it. It was almost like visually you could even see it. It was just it was palpable.
Yes.
And I've never been to a white Christian concert where it was like that. It was just like, it was just the vibe and everything spiritually was just very, very palpable.
Okay.
And at the Erykah Badu concert, I got a little bit of it. You could feel the spirit of anger just like boiling up.
Black people are very spiritual. You have to understand that.
You can feel it in waves like, oh shit.
Even when black people get mad, it's a spiritual event. Yes. I don't know if it's the Holy Ghost.
No, it's not. It wasn't the Holy Ghost, but it was. It was something spiritual, and it was moving in that. It was moving at Cobb Energy Center that night, and it was like, oh boy, I could feel it. You could hear the rumblings. You could hear them getting getting angry and in pockets, and it was and it just started spreading. I was like, oh,
I'm sure
boy.
Some people were hitting the door because it's like it's going to break out.
Like, here we go.
Let's get out of here before black people like to predict what's going to happen, and then
exactly. Here we go. But see, every time, Lawrence, Law, and what's going on? Law's in the house. What's going on? LAW.
I think.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know Law. He's been on the show a couple times. You want to talk about a great performer? That dude right there, he's a great performer. He's a great performer. Dances and plays and really into. If you guys get an opportunity to see Law do his thing, man, you got to do it.
I'm going right to YouTube after the show.
Yeah, but let me just say, I've seen Erykah Badu. This is the fourth time I've seen her. And the first time I saw her was part of the Funk Jazz Cafe, which she was new. Nobody really knew who she was. She was that was a Soulquarian era of Erykah Badu, where it was just like, Baduism, and it was like, woof. So she's got it. You knew when she came out on stage, it was like, whatever that is. There's people that you see on stage and you're like, whatever that is, that's it. That's going to blow up.
Right.
And then I saw her at a couple of different music festivals, one music festival in Atlanta. And again, this was the fourth time I've seen her. And every single show she was late. Every single
What is that
show.
saying about my peoples?
Who's that guy? CPT is real. Who was it? Who was it that I can't remember the guy's name that does the he looks into the history and your genealogy. He has a show. Lewis, what's the guy's name?
You're talking about Henry Louis Gates.
Yeah, he does. So he did Erykah Badu. He actually brought Erykah Badu in, and they dug into her genealogy. And one of the funny things that they found out about her was that she is there's a tribe in Africa that they traced her all the way to, and that tribe was notorious for being late. Yes, finding your roots, Charlie. Right.
CPT, APT.
And apparently they just thought it was she thought it was hilarious, and I guess whoever was behind the camera, she looked at him and said, see, this is where it comes from. I was just like,
it's not me. It's a DNA problem. It's in my genes.
All right.
I can't be on time.
It's just funny.
It's against my genetic code.
Oh my gosh. How was your Thanksgiving? Let's start talking about something else.
You know what? I don't because I've been a musician most of my life, man. I don't really I spent Thanksgiving. One of my Thanksgivings was spent in Germany, playing with Prince on the MTV European Video Music Awards. Like, I hardly ever have had the holidays since I was a kid. Once I became a professional musician, I either was working on holidays or I was out of town or I was, so they don't really symbolize much to me.
But you weren't doing any shows this past Thanksgiving, so we just sat at home and
so I had good food, I had good conversation. I probably I did some.
That's the bar.
Yeah, there were
good food, conversation. Yeah,
legal substances all around. We were good.
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
What else do you? What did you do?
Oh, a lot actually. We went to I had 24 people here in my house on Thanksgiving, and it was a lot of people. And luckily my house, the area where it's like a kind of like an open floor concept. There are walls, but I mean, besides my office, when you have, even if I have 24 people in here, it really doesn't feel like it because the kitchen can accommodate a good amount of people. I don't have a huge house, but the way that it's laid out, it doesn't feel like you're on top of each other or, you know, moving around and whatnot. Cool. It's just, I mean, so it was good. We went to a Christkindl market. I don't know if you're familiar with what a Christkindl market is, but in Germany and over in Europe, they have like those Bavarian type of places that do arts and crafts and things, and it's very Christmassy, and they have Bavarian pretzels and you know, lots of stuff from over in that region, and they kind of set it up. It's like a little Christmas town, basically.
I got you.
And hot chocolates were $17, which I was just like, that ain't happening. I'm not buying a $17 hot chocolate.
I would have bought 2 Hershey bars at the Speedway and kept moving. I would have stopped at the Wawa and.
And the reason why it was like, because they required you to buy a mug with it that you could obviously keep, and it was just like, oh, it's okay, but you get it. It's like it's only $7 refills, and was like $7. Get out of here with your $7 refills.
Columbus out of here.
Yeah, so I was with
Santa Maria out of here.
Yeah, so it was my wife and Jaden and her boyfriend Zach, and
my wife and I.
It was good. We had a good time.
Literally had. Somebody brought, well, not somebody, but a friend of mine brought leftovers from his Thanksgiving earlier in the day.
There you go.
And my wife went to Wildfire with, she did. She went to Wildfire with some of her family members.
What's Wildfire?
Wildfire is like a steak chops sort of place. And they offer Thanksgiving dinner every Thanksgiving. You're one of the few places that stays open and they have what you want.
Do you have a Golden Corral? Do you have Golden Corral up there?
If we do, I ain't seen it.
It's like a buffet place. It's like a buffet place.
I stay out of buffets, man, because
I know. Trust me, I know.
I will. Yeah,
it's a waste of money for me now. I mean, because
you can't even hold it.
I can't even eat it. It's just I mean, I can even. Thanksgiving is like I felt like I got a small moderate plate that looked like that's all you're eating. Even looking at it, you're like, that's all you're eating. Well, and I couldn't even finish that, so I was like, oh.
I had a plate of turkey and then I had a plate of sides, and that was it. One round.
So and then we did that, and then I put up all the Christmas decorations outside, and on the roof. Got Santa and the reindeer on the roof, and actually I put LED lights up because Jaden has been complaining to me year in, year out. Lights on the house, And I don't want to keep putting lights on the house and then have to take them down and put lights on the house and take them down. So I went with LEDs, which are really thin white strip that I could just put up and leave them up there. I don't have to take them down because you can't see them from a distance when they're not on. It just looks like a little trim of white. Yeah. And then, Halloween, I can make them blood red. I can 4th of July, I can make them red, white, and blue. And, I just say, I'll just leave them up. So we did that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and of course, Record Store Day. We had Record Store Day, which was pretty awesome. Yeah. I learned a lot. You guys, thank you so much to the Funkatopians who taught me about the Because Music Matters one-step vinyl thing, Purple Rain thing. We'll talk about that in a second, but
okay.
There's apparently another collector's edition Purple Rain on top of the 5 I already have. And I was just like, and it was like almost $100. And I said, I just can't, I don't know what I'm getting here. We'll talk about that. But yeah, so I went to Record Store Day and it was great. First off, I want to say a big shout out to my brother, Andy, who sent me my birthday present came late. But he sent me. I got this tube in the mail.
All right.
I had to make myself big so that I could.
I'm looking. I'm watching.
Showcase what my brother got me.
Yeah.
Andy, if you're on, love you much.
I didn't even know you had a brother.
Yeah. Right. It's an original.
Okay.
Original Under the Cherry Moon movie poster.
That's hot.
Original.
Yes, sir.
And just like he got me Chic's album autographed by
Now Rogers.
Nile Rodgers, and he also got me a photograph of Prince autographed by Prince. Both came with certificate of authenticity and stuff. So I mean, when your brother knows you, you get really good gifts. But yeah, this is, and I don't know what this is worth. I'm not ever going to sell it, but I always kind of like want to know, just because so I can know how I got to step up my game on his birthday.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. You don't want to be you want to match. You don't want to withhold.
I need a match. I need at least match something.
Yeah.
But what was great about Record Store Day, we'll talk about Record Store Day now since we're here, but we're not going to do the unboxing of Around the World in a Day Deluxe yet. I'll show that to you in a second, because I'm going to move the camera. I'm going to move the camera over here. I did not open the Around the World in a Day Deluxe. I did not open it.
So you're going to do it here on the air.
On the air. I got the knife and everything to cut it open, and we're going to do this together. But what was great was on Record Store Day there's this one record store in downtown Atlanta, in this little area in downtown Atlanta called Little 5 Points is what the area is called. It's called Little 5 Points because there's 5 roads that converge right in the middle of this town.
Okay.
But it used to be like, it's where, the Jack the Rapper convention with when Prince and that, it's like right offshoot of that area.
Okay.
And anyways, so that area's changed quite a bit. Still very bohemian, still very Heights, Ashbury or whatever. It's still that kind of. There's 3 CBD shops that are in that little.
I got it now.
Distance of each other. Like, okay, what are we doing here? But what's cool is this little place called little record store, which is fantastic, called Criminal Records. There's actually 4 record stores just there. One's called Wax and Facts. This has been there since the early days. I mean, that's where I used to get all my Prince bootlegs. And so if there was anything that I couldn't get, But what's cool about Criminal Records is they literally had a table when you walked in the door, and he had a bunch of different posters, and he was just handing out posters for free. And he just gave me a bunch of posters, no Prince posters, but I mean, if there's any collectors out there, y'all let me know. But they gave me this massive Bob Dylan poster.
Wow.
I mean, a massive Bob Dylan poster. I don't even know what's times they are changing. Massive Bob Dylan poster, which is pretty cool. So if there's any Bob Dylan fans out there, you know how to reach me, funkatopia@gmail.com. I ain't giving it to you for free, but
at least
maybe if you're a Patreon supporter, I might hook you up. And also there was another one that's this wasn't even a band one. What is this here? But it's some
looks like a
Japanese it's like one of it looks like that it's this massive Japanese one.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh, there was a few. I got a few of these of 9 Inch Nails. Some 9 Inch Nails posters, 2025.
Peel it back. Man, they always go so good.
Yeah, there was of course. That's typical. And I'm not going to unravel this one because it's already damaged, but you could tell what that is. It's a Fleetwood Mac Rumors poster.
Yep, definitely.
You can definitely identify that one. And what started this whole thing was he gave me 2 massive posters, 2 massive David Bowie posters.
All right. What's that? Oh, that's Oh yes, that's Ziggy Stardust.
Yep, that's Ziggy Stardust. And he also gave me this one too. Yeah. So
wow. What's that? Diamond Dogs?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
this is yeah.
Yeah, so it's like and he was just like, here, take him. You like Bowie? I'm like, who doesn't like Bowie?
Exactly.
He gave me, he's like, well, then this is for you then. I was just like, it could have been for anybody, because who doesn't like Bowie?
Yeah.
Even if you're not a fan of Bowie, there's like multiple songs from Bowie that you like.
Right. It's like, you'd have to hate music to not be into Bowie. It's like the Carpenters almost.
It's like ridiculous.
You can't whoop the Carpenters. It's just it's necessary. Bowie is necessary. I got you.
Sean, Mom's a crazy Dylan fan. Now, I mean, Sean, are you a Patreon supporter? If you're a Patreon supporter, just reach out to me on Patreon. If you're not, you know what fun. But so Record Store Day was good, and I actually got some really good albums. I still don't know. I love this band, but I still don't know how to pronounce them. Krangbin. I can't remember how you.
I was just watching this band on YouTube today.
They are first off, they're phenomenal. They definitely have that vibe. I mean, with it they're just this really eclectic type of just laid back vibes. But this is apparently there are two of them. This is Texas Moon, which is really, really cool. But it's Texas Moon, but it's with Leon Bridges. So it's Krangbin and, or however you pronounce him, and Leon Bridges.
Who's
Texas
Leon Bridges?
Moon.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar.
He is he's also like a soul type of, he's kind of, I guess technically you could put him in the neo soul movement, but he's also got this old school, it's kind of hard to explain. You need to check. I'll send you some Spotify links. He's really, really good. He's been around for a minute.
Okay.
But this is like an EP, and apparently they have an EP of an EP called Texas Sun too, which is, so they got two EPs. But I saw this and I was like, Frankman and Leon Bridges, like, we got to hear that.
Yeah, they're cool, man.
This is one that I did not have. This is one that I did not have in my collection, and I saw it and I said, "Oh, gotta have it." And that is Betty Davis. Betty Davis, Is It Love or Desire? Now, this is obviously I have her other 3 albums. There's supposedly one that I didn't even know she had, but I think it was like early before she became.
Like before, like they say I'm different and nasty gal and all that.
Right. It's just like, yeah.
I bet it's raw. Whatever it is, it's raw.
Yeah, but it's like it's got a really nice gatefold.
Yeah.
On there. But it is amazing. This album was fantastic. I literally just kept flipping this over. It was her fourth album, recording at Studio in Country in Bogalusa, Louisiana in 1976.
Studio in the Country. Yeah, that's where my parents are from. They're from Bogalusa.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So it has liner notes by Oliver Wang, newly remastered, but essentially it is and what's really amazing about this album is it's also on this very awesome.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
that's tight, man.
And it's going to be on constant rotation. If it's on Spotify, which I don't know that it is, but if it's on Spotify, you have to listen to it because it is
going to check it out as soon as
phenomenal.
we get on. Yeah.
So I guess I got to hide this comment now. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Okay.
This band I did not buy on Record Store Day, but I want to give them a shout out because they sent me their vinyl. I guess they're like a local/regional band, but they sent me their vinyl months ago. And literally it's been sitting in my pile of, I need to listen to vinyl stack, and eventually I'll get to it. And of course, Record Store Day kind of kicked that into it. But this is a band, I believe they're out of South Carolina, I think they're out of South Carolina, but the band is called Hot Mustard. And this is our vinyl called Monster Season. And I don't honestly know. Somebody check Spotify and see if Hot Mustard's Monster Season is on Spotify. Check to see if it is or not. But they sent me this vinyl, and this is a really great band. I wanted to make sure that I gave them a shout out, but they also there's also have an art print, I guess, that was designed for this, that they put inside. And I wanted to publicly apologize to them for not listening, because they sent it to me and I'm just like, I'll listen to it. But you know, I get so many things and it's like 90% of it is like, yeah, that's great, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's on Spotify. I just checked.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, so it is. Okay. You guys need to listen to this. Hot Mustard, Monster Season. Check it out. Follow them because it's fantastic. And again, they had this art, they sent this to me. And they did have an art print. It was actually autographed by the artist and numbered. That was in it. And I guess if there's any vinyls that are available, it seemed like wherever I saw there was vinyls available, it was not available. So if you can find one, get it, because it's a great vinyl. It has that sound. What's the term? That sounds like it's from the 70s. What's there's a term for that. I don't
retro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's retro, but
Brown
there's the recording process.
The
it's
brown
a recording,
sound, maybe, or
yes, I guess so. But
like Dolby. You're not saying
no.
Recording process.
Yeah, it's just a recording process where they intentionally use old amps from the 70s. You know, the ones that have those spinning fans in the middle of them and all that. They just do everything to try to replicate the sound, make it sound like it's a 70s album. Orgone does that too. Orgone is a band from California. I think they're from California.
Okay.
And their albums, they always make sure that when they're recording, they do that. They do that sweep where let's keep it as authentic and as 70. Steve, what's going on, Steve? Photographer extraordinaire. Are you talking about the art piece that was in there? Steve wants to know, for those who are listening on iHeartRadio or Spotify to our show, Steve Park, photographer extraordinaire, is asking about the artwork from this person. Your guess is as good. Actually, I think it actually says this. Opus Thimble. Opus Thimble is the name of the artist that did this art piece. And it is autographed, which is why I kind of looked at the autograph and was like, I can't even make that out at all. And number. But yeah, it's pretty great. And
doesn't Steve have am I mistaken? I thought maybe Steve has a book out now.
He does. Steve has Steve, is that book out, or is it still the album before Hot Mustard? That was Betty White. That was Betty White. Betty Davis.
Betty Davis.
White. That was
Betty White.
Betty White. The actress Betty White. She was funky.
Never be that. No, there's no way she's Madeline Kahn. Now she might have been funky.
Yeah, maybe.
Lily Tomlin, she's funky.
No, that's right. Oh my God. Oh, I forgot to upload the thing. But yeah, so in a second we're going to unbox. We're going to unbox Around the World in a Day, and I will go ahead and apologize to you. Sorry, it's for some reason Gmail, or not Gmail, but Google Drive, which is where I'm trying to pull this from, is asking for a code, but for whatever reason, it's not. It's no code is coming. No. Okay. All right. That's all right. Let's do it. Let's alternate here. All right. Here we go. My code is 459.
Oh boy, dude.
Oh, let me just say, if you've never been hacked before, or if you've never been gotten malware on your computer, consider yourself blessed. Okay, let me just say, consider yourself blessed. And I wanted to make sure that you guys knew, as you know, we actually have Michael and I do this show for free, basically every week. You guys think this is some highfalutin thing where it's not. We literally
donate our time. We do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For you.
For you. So and basically, as you can see from the scroll here, unless you're on Spotify or iHeartRadio, et cetera, that your support matters. So if you go to patreon.com/Funkatopia, that's patreon.com/Funkatopia, and join, it really helps us. Literally today, I just got done paying the global music rights invoice, which was
do you want to say it?
No, let's just say it's 4 digits. Oh. So let's just say that.
All right.
Let's just say that. But again, this is why we need your support, because in order for us to, we have a 20, for those who are wondering, what are you talking about? New folks, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. But we actually have a Funked Up app. You can go to Google Play or Apple Store, and you can download this app called Funked Up, FUNKEDUP. And Jolie, my daughter, was the one that named that app. But we have a 24/7 funk radio station that is on the Funked Up app. And we also have like a special one for Patreon that's kind of behind the Patreon wall. You need a password to get to it, but a lot of people love that station. But the radio station is both ASCAP licensed, which is not nearly as painful as the global music rights one, but ASCAP licensed and global music rights licensed. So that's the tagline: when the artist gets played, the artist gets paid. And how we pay that is through your support. I mean, so I would love to be able to get to a point where, you know, we start getting, I wish that we were more profitable than we are. It's just not, because, and then you have StreamYard alone, with the level of StreamYard that we have. This is no secret. You can look to see StreamYard alone. The level that we have is like, what is it? $89 a month, $89 a month for StreamYard, for the level that we have, because we need all the things and whatnot. And then of course you have the hosting for the site. You have, it's just, man, dude.
Yeah. It's an operation.
Yeah. So we're doing everything to make sure that we're bringing the news to you. We're trying to be as, you know, and we're not, we can run the scroll. You guys know what the scroll is. The scroll is, we are not endorsed or affiliated with Prince or Paisley Park or the Prince Estate. It's just Michael and I just cutting loose and just having a good time. But yes, are we Prince focused? You pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's Funkatopia, so we like to focus on all things funk, R&B, and soul, which is why we just got done talking about Leon Bridges and you know, Betty Davis stuff. And all. I mean, it's just, that's why what we do. And just so we know, which I did not talk about, in January we do the 20 best funk albums of the year, which is a list right now that currently has probably about 80 albums that I have to dig through and assess, and I do it by myself. So it's like I have to like, and then I looked at other people. I would see what some people release their lists, and I'm like, I just don't, you know, I try. Yes, it's me. Would I love some help? Sure. But you know, I feel like I have a pretty good grasp at what good music is. So it's my list, and I've been doing it for many years. Right. So if you want to look up best Funkatopia on Google, you'll see like the list that I've done every single year with links to where to get it. The Spotify plugin is right there, so it's embedded on the page, so you can click and you can listen to it if you're interested. It's like, well, that sounds interesting. All you gotta do is just click play and you can listen right there on the page. The links that are to go to purchase it are actually just to be transparent, they're actually affiliate links to Amazon. So if you buy the album or whatever, you know, I'll at least get credit for it, but nobody ever buys. They just go to Spotify and listen. So this Amazon is not as advantageous or profitable as I guess it could be, but sure, that's you know, that is what it is. But anyways, so where was I going with all this? I don't even remember.
I mean, we were just talking about how none of this is free for us. The program.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, there's that.
But
so please,
like there's overhead. If you want to donate, please donate. Where can they go to donate, Mr. Christopher?
Oh, I got to make sure that I put that up there too, because where is that? Yeah, it's right here. So again, patreon.com/Funkatopia, patreon.com/Funkatopia. If you don't want to, and if you're a member of Patreon, first off, you get access to that other station, the other radio station. So you get access to that. You do not get access to it for free anymore. And we just got done doing Prince-giving, where we played all of Prince's music in chronological order, which took us 4.5 days. And we did it twice. So it was literally 9 days solid of commercial-free music. There are no commercials on, I know where I was going with this. There are no commercials on the radio station. There are no commercials on here. But every now and then, if I see something or I buy something that I'm like, this is really great and I'd like to share it, but if there's a way that, you know, because for me to come on a show and just promote something, it's like free publicity, and I'd like to be able to get something out of it, I guess. Well, yeah. I mean, Everybody does it. I mean, you can't listen to Joe Rogan's show without first sitting through 15 minutes of the worst scripted ads on the planet. This is like, dude, just get to the show. Skip. But I did want to tell you guys that I did get this VPN. Do you have a VPN on your computer?
VPN?
Yes, it's a virtual private network. Essentially what it does is it keeps all your data and everything that you do online, including like if you visited a site that you don't want anybody to know that you visited, maybe not for Christmas gifts or nefarious deeds, whatever. It doesn't matter.
All right.
If you don't want people to know, you need a VPN because a VPN.
Nefarious is a weird word, dude. I'm sorry. I'm a language person. Words kind of trip me out sometimes. I'm like, nefarious.
Yeah, that's nefarious. That's the word of the day.
All right.
But basically, if you don't want anybody to see what you're doing online, you have a VPN and it hides everything. Even if you don't, like, you can go to, like, on your browser, you can go to incognito mode or your private mode or whatever, but that doesn't hide it from your internet company or, like, if you did something and they, the cops went to we're talking about nefarious situation here.
Okay.
If it's a nefarious situation, they can figure out everything out. And on top of that, when you go to websites and all those pop-up ads and all that stuff is coming up and like you'll be reading an article and then an ad will pop in and it will move the article and you're like, God dang it. There is a program called Surfshark that I downloaded and it is pretty friggin' awesome. And essentially what it does is it's literally only $1.99 a month and it blocks everything. Nobody can see anything of what you're doing. You can't, your credit card information, all your logins, all your banking information, anything, any way that people could try to get to that data when you're, logging into your bank or or logging into something important like investments or that has private information like your social security number. Everything is built in with this program. And it sounds like I'm doing an ad right now, but I kind of am because I wanted to make sure that you guys clicked on this or not click on the link, but put in funkatopia.com/VPN. That stands for virtual private network. And it will take you right to the Surfshark deal, which is only $1.99 a month. And it protects all of your data. It actually goes online and finds out any place that, all those spam calls that you get on a regular basis that, yes, it's an ad, Joni, kind of. It sounds like it, and it kind of is.
Yeah.
But all the spam calls that you get all day?
Yeah.
That literally, it helps to block that stuff too, because it goes and finds out where your number is and where all your information is and your emails and stuff. And it removes it from all those systems that all those places get. Anyways.
How much does it cost? You said $1.95.
$1.99 a month is what it is.
Okay. No, this is an infomercial at this point.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And that's the reason why I got the scroll down here.
And I want it.
Yeah. So that's it. Funkatopia.com/VPN. So Funkatopia.com/VPN. Go there and get it. It's $1.99 a month. You can do this. And all your stuff is kept quiet and private and all that stuff. So that is
okay.
Anyways. That is the only ad type thing that I'm going to do.
Right. And we're back.
And we're back. And we're back. Going back to Record Store Day. The reason why, here's another thing. Here's another Spotify tip. The reason why I went to Record Store Day, the thing that got me in the car was that The Roots were releasing an album called The Roots Come Alive 2. They have an album that's celebrating its 30th anniversary called Do You Want More? And it was a live show live at Blue Note in New York City. And it is really great. So you can listen to this on Spotify. It's on Spotify. I thought this is another one of these things where if you're going to make it available as a collector's item on Record Store Day, don't put it for free on Spotify. What is,
it's counterintuitive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's bad for business. Yes.
It's same thing with Around the World in a Day Deluxe, which we're going to be opening here in just a second. But anyways, so I went to get this and it was only available on vinyl, and that's fine. but I know that if you've never seen the Roots in concert, they are phenomenal. It literally is an unbelievable, incredibly talented group of musicians who happen to have an MC by the name of Black Thought, Tariq Trotter. And he is the best at what he does across the board. There's not many people that I put in front of him, because he is just one of these freestyle guys that just unbelievable. He's just so smooth. Never heard him make a mistake. I'm sure he has, but I've never heard it. But anyway, so their live shows are incredible because it's a full live band. The best hip hop concerts I ever saw had live bands. When I saw Kendrick Lamar at the Tabernacle with a full band doing To Pimp a Butterfly in its entirety, it was one of the best concerts I had ever seen. It literally sits in the top 5 concerts that I ever. It's just something about having a live band behind you when you're in hip hop. It just, I think it legitimizes you as an artist. Not that it's not artistry to rap, because there is. Sure. To be able to think like that and even remember the volume of lyrics and to be able to deliver and stay on point and keep the groove, that is artistry. I'm not saying that, but sure. I think because of how many rappers there are out there, I think when you create a project or put a band together like this and have a live band behind you and make it a thing, I think it separates you. I think it moves you a little further out of the minutia, out of the regular, I just think it's just so anyways, I knew that I was going to be listening to this album a lot. And so I wanted it on CD because I'm not always next to a record player. And they didn't have it on CD. Oh boy. They didn't have it on CD. They only had it on vinyl. I was like, and it was like $60 or something. I was like, Luckily it was on Spotify. So I listen to it all the time now. Okay. For free, and you lost money because you put it on Spotify, which is the same exact thing that we've had talked about before with the Prince estate, putting these collector's albums like the 1999 Super Deluxe, the Purple Rain Super Deluxe, whatever, all the Super Deluxes and Deluxes and whatnot, immediately at 12:01 a.m. on the day that you're releasing this physical product, you're putting every single bit of it on Spotify. Instead of Taylor Swift, she would release an album. I'm not going to say it. I won't say it out loud because I don't want people on me. They're like the Bayhive, but worse, Swifties, whatever they call them. But anyways, she would release an album and then it would be weeks before it would be on Spotify because she wanted people to go get the album. I don't know if she still practices that, but she used to.
Do you think it's a matter of like monetary agreement between like the label and Spotify? Like there's something in place?
Well, there is a rating algorithm. Who is this advantageous? I guess is what I'm asking. Yeah, because I don't remember what the numbers are. Maybe somebody in the chat room can help. But like, even if somebody gets 1 million listens, it's not a lot of money. It's like 125, but whatever it is, something like ridiculous. It's like 0.0001 cent for every song every time it gets listened to. It's just, it's not.
So I just the profit margin would be anything to consider.
Well, because I can listen to it for free and you're going to give it to me for free at 12:01 a.m. So, and even if I'm a huge fan of this, I'm going to be able to listen to it for free at 12:01 a.m. I have no, I have
incentive to go get the real thing. Yeah.
Incentive. That was the word I was looking for. I have no incentive to get into my car and go down there on record store day. I don't.
I got you, man.
And that's the thing. By the way, wearing new glasses today. I don't know if you noticed.
You know what? I knew something was different. It's like, were your other ones dark? Were they like?
Yes, they were dark framed, and they make me look like a librarian. And the other part of it is that some people, whenever I looked at myself or took selfies, it always looked like my eyes weren't aligned. It was like I looked a little bit cockneyed on one eye. It looked like you caught me at a weird time or something.
I never noticed, but all right. Man.
I wasn't a fan of them, so I finally got.
I see.
Yeah, so there you go.
Oh, they want the packaging. They want to see this around the world in a day thing.
Well, we got one more to talk about, and it's Prince related. So, and then we're going to do the unboxing. So in Record Store Day, yes, we're still talking about Record Store Day. I picked up this box set and I actually took a picture of it and put it online and said, "Is this legit?" Because I've never seen this before.
I remember that.
It was this packaging. It was a thick packaging. I want to say it's about a 1/2 inch thick, the box. And so it was like, okay, I don't know what is in here, but it's called Because Sound Matters One Step Vinyl, and it's a Purple Rain set. And again, it's supposed to be like super ultra quiet, and there's only 6,000 of them made. This is the pictures that I took of them. This is actually the front. You can tell if you can read that pricing, it's $91. It was $90.99.
I see it.
But yeah, so it's called One Step. I can leave that QR code if you want to take a picture of the QR code for anybody that wants to find more information on it. But I will tell you what basically it is. It says, and I'll read it. Actually, what I can do, let me see if I can.
Wow.
Let me see if I can share. Let me see if I can share this screen. I'm gonna take this down. But let me show you the back real quick first. So it just looks like it's all pink, lavender. And then it has the MPG Records logo and the Warner's Records logo. And you can see the numbering on the back, 4650 of 6,000. That's the one that I was holding in my hand. And so, yeah, so that was basically it. And so this is, let me share the screen of the tab here on this. Where is it? One Step Vinyl. Yeah, so it's showing the unboxing of this. Can you see that video?
Mm-hmm.
So it's showing the unboxing of this, which is, you have the poster, which was really good high resolution poster. The one that, same thing, was one that was originally came with it. And they tried to stay faithful. There is a guy that does reviews on vinyl. I'm not a huge, I don't subscribe to a lot of that, but on YouTube, his channel is called The Vinyl Narrative. So if you go to youtube.com/ and the @ and The Vinyl Narrative, he actually breaks this up and he talks about this collection. I'm going to take away this video and let me see if it, okay. Yeah, you are seeing the screen. All right. So what it says about it is it says, because sound matter, I'll read this for people that can't read this small, but it says, because sound matters meticulous one-step process creates the definitive sounding audiophile version of the all-time classic album, Prince's Purple Rain. 192 kilohertz, 24-bit files transferred from the original EQ'd analog master tapes have been used to ensure Purple Rain has never sounded better. And again, it's Neotech VR900-D2 180 gram high performance vinyl. Vinyl mastering was done by Levi Seitz of Black Belt Mastering. The one-step process is Doran Sauerbeyer of Record Technology. It's pressed Record Technology. Of course, they're printing in one thing. But anyways, so they essentially took the masters. They couldn't use the actual masters, because if they use the actual masters, because of how many times they have to, run it through, they didn't want to degrade that. So they took a really super, super high def transfer off of the original, the original masters that Prince had in his hands. Says, okay, this is my album, the original masters.
Yes.
And they did a super high def copy of that. And then I guess did a bunch of remastering. However, the reviews are super, super mixed on this thing.
Really?
First
Steve,
off, I'm
sorry. Steve Park has been going on about it over here in the comments. He must have it. He must have the same thing.
Yeah, and of course, if you look for it online, Best Buy has them for like $72. I think so. It's even less than that. Now, here he's on the positive side of this review. He's on the positive side.
Yeah, sure. So what have you heard negative?
Well, this guy that's on YouTube, again, the channel is The Vinyl Narrative. I guess he's from overseas, but he bought it and analyzed it. He said that there is an overall hiss. So it's supposed to be super, super quiet. Like when you put it on, it literally should almost be like, even though you're listening to vinyl, it should be like you're listening to a CD. It should be like super, super quiet.
Okay.
And he's saying it's not. He said he has the correct system that's, got all the speakers and the proper settings and whatnot. And he said he's a little disappointed in that. He says some of the mixes were really, there were some beautiful mixes. He said, speaking of beautiful, the beautiful ones was unbelievably well mastered. It was gorgeously done. But he said there's some other songs like Darling Nikki, which is already a little bit of a strange bird on that album anyways. That was one that he recorded by himself in a totally different environment, which is why it sounds so drastically different than the rest of the album.
Also, what it seems to be now that there's been so many people talking about the process of that movie and so on and so forth. I bet he wrote it to accommodate the scene that's was in the screenplay. It sounds to me like he literally was like, okay, here this happens, and they were like, well, what do you have musically you can do here? Dude was saying he just turns. Albert Magnoli said he just turned songs in, just here, maybe like this, and it's like they used everything. They loved everything he did.
Yeah, but the point of all this was that I didn't know. I said, is this a legit product? Is it? And apparently, it is. It very much is, and it's ordained because Warner Brothers can do whatever they want with Purple Rain. They can create 50 gazillion editions without the estate having to say a thing. But apparently, I guess if it's going to be any type of pushback, the estate would have pushed back. But I guess this is very obviously not an estate thing. It has the MPG Records logo on, which I erroneously was under the impression that, because what I first said in the post that I put on Facebook, I said it has the MPG Records logo on it, and NPG wasn't a thing when Purple Rain came out, so that kind of makes me a little suspect. And then of course they corrected me and said MPG Records are on all the things that are being released right now from the estate. So but they also say other things too.
Sure, they say a lot.
Yeah, they say a lot, but not on this. On this, just the only thing that's even mentioned on the back side of this is the MPG Records logo in regards to the estate. So I was questioning its legitimacy, and apparently it is this Because Sound Matters organization, this One Step Vinyl, is very legitimately. They are, you'll get hit by a train listening to this thing. No, apparently it's very, very legit, but there has been mixed reviews of this. So if you can find it, Andrew, I'm not even going to read that one out loud.
Oh no.
That's not even how to spell his name.
No.
But anyways, so that being said, it is legit, but if you can find it on Best Buy, apparently you can order it off of Best Buy for $72. What I thought, there's probably no truth to it. Matter of fact, it's totally speculation and conjecture. I'm just talking. I don't even know why I'm even saying this, because I just.
Are you sure you want to say it? Hey, wait.
It's not going to get me in trouble.
Do you want to say it?
It's not going to get me in trouble. It's just, it's so off base. It's so out there that you guys may think that I'm crazy. This is kind of like with, never mind. This collection from Because Sound Matters was 6,000. I wondered for a second. I was like, my thought process was, why did they release this? Why was this out? We already have, I literally have 4 different posthumous versions of Purple Rain that have been released since his death. So I got the Super Deluxe one. I got the remastering. I got the picture disc. I got all that stuff. Why was it necessary? to do this again when it was already remastered and like try to do the utmost perfection on it? What was the necessity of this? I was trying to get that out.
I got you. I would wonder. I'm sorry.
And here was my thought. My thought was, remember last year at the celebration was supposed to be Purple Rain 2.0. And they abandoned that idea and went south. I'm wondering if this package may have been something that they created for the attendees of Celebration for the Purple Rain 2.0. But when that didn't happen, it just got kind of reissued as like, it was still going to be a Because Sound Matters thing, one step vinyl or whatever. But instead of it being something that would be publicly available like this, maybe this was something that they were planning to hand attendees on this Purple Rain 2.0 celebration thing, because they were going to have to come with it. This could have been reasonably something that could have ended up in the hands of attendees of Celebration. But because that Purple Rain 2.0 slant didn't happen, they just put it out. It's a collector's item, 6,000. And again, that's the reason why I was hesitant to mention it, because it is out there as a thought. That would they have been that in touch and in tune to do something like that, or I don't know. Just a thought.
Sure. I mean, I guess the only thing I'm thinking about is we know that at least what we've seen the estate do in some instances, like when the Sign of the Times movie was appearing in theaters. Like they didn't really say anything about it. Like maybe they take an attitude like, well, if it's not really going to line our pockets, why should we get behind it?
Yeah, I will agree that the Sign of the Times IMAX scenario kind of going without any type of mention from the estate. I know that they did do that, but they didn't for a long time. Like every Film Rise, and which I guess was the company that put it out, and everybody after it had already been doing ongoing marketing, but it wasn't being mentioned on any of the Prince channels. And so you and I had a discussion about that. We brought that up, and then like a couple of weeks later, all of a sudden they were pushing it out via social.
Yes.
Because our point was, when we brought it up, our point was, look, this is free marketing. Their Film Rise is the one that's, doing these things. I mean, it's, you don't have to do anything. All you got to do is talk about it and get people to go. It's not costing you a dime to do it. It didn't cost you to put it into the IMAX theaters. It didn't cost you whatever the partnership or agreement is to air it in those. I don't know what the situation was. Plus, on top of that, they did all those posters and where was, I have it sitting over here. And they also did those collector's cards. Those collectors movie tickets that I still actually have some of. So they have the Sign of the Times collectors movie tickets that are hardback collectors tickets. You can still get those at Funkatopia.com/shop. They're right there on the front page, but they're collectors movie tickets. Anyways, I don't know what the reasoning or the thought process is. I understand that they want to release fantastic product. They want to make sure that it's good. But there are some, if you're going to release them at this pace, we all know what the complaints were with Around the World in a Day, was that, oh, okay, here we are. No vault tracks on this Around the World in a Day Deluxe thing here. These are all things that we've heard before in some form or fashion. And while I have not, and we've also got some other things that people have mentioned too. Apparently the song Girl.
Oh yeah.
The 12-inch version of Girl that's on here is on vinyl at the wrong speed. It's off.
Really?
It's off on the album. And I guess they tried to, and apparently there was some type of speed issue at the end of it too. They were trying to fix the speed of it at the end of the song. It was, I have not heard it. Rumor and conjecture. But I'm telling you, right as I'm saying it, I guarantee you there's people in the chat room goes, yeah, I heard it. It's unbelievable. I can't believe. So even though I have not heard it and cannot speak to it because I have not myself heard it, that's all people are talking about online. So I'm assuming that when multiple people are talking about it, it's true. So again, you got the release of this thing, and there's a little bit of question as to, again, if you're going to be releasing them at this pace and no vault tracks, just make sure that what you put out is tested and retested. And they already talked about how many times they had to do the vinyl process on this. We've talked about this multiple times. So if that's true, how do you miss something like Girl? How do you miss something like Girl being or on vinyl at the wrong thing? I'm just saying, look, I support, hey, State, I support you. I bought the shit, okay? I bought it. Knowing that, I bought it. I went out and bought it. Look, I got it.
Don't wild out, man. Don't wild out.
You've done posthumously. I got it. I got it right here. I got it. I can show it to you.
Brother. Be cool.
I'm just saying. I just don't want to be like, I can see it already. I'm going to go to the next. They're going to be in my ear. It's just like, I really appreciate you talking.
And you're going to try to go into Paisley, and they're going to strip search you. That's what's next for you. If you keep kicking up dust.
Yeah, it was. Anyways, it's all good. So we'll open it up. So I'm going to take this camera and I'm going to move it over here because I think it'd be better lighting and
on with the show. Let's get it, man.
Yeah. So let me, so why don't you talk to the people while I adjust the camera and maybe pull up a light here.
Okay.
Talk to people. Tell them about the Urban Classic show that's going to be happening in January that I just saw you make mention of. I don't have the graphic for it. If there's a graphic, I don't have it.
It's okay. It's Urban Classic presents the music of Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's a show we've been doing for a while now. Yes, thank you. I'll take the lead now.
Yeah, you take the lead.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be at the Dakota. It's over a month away, and there's already, over 100 tickets sold. The Dakota holds about
nice
250, 280 maybe. We're a month out. We plan on it being a sellout. I think the doors are at 5:30. The show's at 7. They got pretty good food at the Dakota. It's nice ambiance and whatnot. They actually we didn't have to go searching for this gig. They actually came at us. The last time we sold out pretty quick, and we've been trying to get back down there, but we wanted to try the show in some different venues like the Chanhassen Dinner Theaters, and actually we did a show in St. Cloud as well. That was a great show. It was not heavily attended, but you have to experiment. You have to move in different circles and see who might appreciate what it is you're doing. So, we made the most of it, and it was a guarantee involved, so we didn't lose anything. And if nothing else, we just gained some fans in St. Cloud. But it's the Urban Classic brand, man. We're always looking for new shows to put on. We've been talking about maybe doing a like a Rufus and Chaka Khan.
Oh thing. Boy, is the Ash Smash going to be on that?
Yeah, Ash Smash would be singing, doing all the Chaka Khan.
Yeah, of course.
And, I mean, it's we got a horn section, we got a strong rhythm section. Barbarella is pretty much involved in everything. Actually, he won't be at this show on the 9th. He had prior plans, but the Dakota was really, we didn't want to disappoint them and say we can't do it. So our good friend Bill Brown, who played with Dr. Mambo's combo for many years, he's going to be subbing for Barbarella at this show.
Nice.
And Homer Odell from Mint Condition is going to be playing guitar. And, this will be Ash Smash's first show with us, actually, with the Earth, Wind, and Fire show. But we're also in development. We have a Natural Mystic, the music of Bob Marley. We had a rehearsal for that not too long ago.
I don't know anything about those shows.
Well, we don't have any yet. We're
boy.
We're starting to solicit offers for the summer and into the fall. We actually have a date way out at the Chanhassen Dinner Theater, like next November, like November 5th. But I mean, you know, I think, you know, traction is going to pick up. I mean, Stu has been already, our calendar is pretty busy for 2026. So I'm just saying, we're always trying to expand our arsenal and bring the people real quality music. You know, it's important. You know, it has gotten so that I'm afraid to go out to see almost anybody, because if I'm disappointed, man, it's gonna hurt me in my soul if I go and I hear poor sound, you know, or if it's raggedy. I don't like that, man. It's like real music fans deserve more than that. Anybody who's paying to come out to see me, man, if the show's not top notch, I want them to tell me so, because I don't want to be perpetuating anything common or, you know, pedestrian. Like, we're really trying to raise the standards all the way around, you know?
Right. And and there are some, that is happening in January. There is actually, I saw somebody mentioning it here in the chat room. There is actually a concert happening tonight. Also, obviously, you're here, you're probably not there.
Oh yeah.
But maybe you are. There's people, but right now over in LA at Herb Alpert's Vibrato.
That's right.
They are doing a Jelly Bean Johnson, like not a memorial, but just a tribute. And it is good. It's got Wendy Melvoin, Dr. Fink, Kirk Johnson, and the family, which is St. Paul Peterson, Susanna Melvoin, Eric Leeds, and Jerome Benton. And it's a big show that's happening in LA. It's actually happening in a couple, let's see, 7 would have been 10 here. It's actually happening in an hour. If you're having in LA, about an hour from now, and then they're having another show at 9:30. So we're actually talking about it before the show actually happens. But yeah, it was a great opportunity, and to be able to have that Jelly Bean Johnson show with you guys.
Yeah, man, that was really incredible. There was a lot of love in that show.
Yeah, I mean, and I had and I put together a video of all the pictures that you guys had sent me taken with Jelly Bean, and I put it in a photo thing along with music from a live track from More Stay on the Time, with Jelly Bean on drums, obviously. And everybody loved it. It's that got viral, which is really, and people were upset. There was like, my photo's not in there. And it's like, okay, I had to put the video together, and it was like, you know, they would upload these photos just a couple hours before the show, and I have to make a video. So, but I want to, you know, potentially make another one, but you know, I don't know how disingenuous that would be. So hopefully you got your picture in, but there's a lot of photos. And Kimberly is actually at the Vibrato right now and is watching the show. So there you go. So people at the show, great. I hope to see some pretty cool things. All right, let's do this.
Can I just say the date again on that Urban Classic?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Because somebody's asking. It's January 9. So please get your tickets. You can go to www.dakotacooks.com and get tickets for that show. It's on January 9th at the Dakota. We go on about 7:00. So I hope you heard that. Now, please, without further ado, go ahead, man.
And I'm going to try to see if I can move this here where I can get to it. But all right, so I'm going to make myself large here. I'll make myself large, so I'm the better part of the picture here. But this is it. It's Around the World in a Day Deluxe. As you can see, I spent whopping. This is going to be kind of hard. I'm using a different thing. You can't really see it. Basically, $45.99 for this deluxe. It is the same art cover, obviously, but with the foil, look to, I guess, a lot of areas. I don't know if there's a specific color that they replaced with foil, but anyways, this was the deluxe edition. All tracks were remastered for the first time. It's got just basically the original album remastered, but it also includes the deluxe version that we're looking at here. Also includes remastered B-sides, mixes, and edits. It's pretty cool. Now, here's one thing that I don't know. Yeah, okay. I don't know if guys know this, and I kind of mentioned this for new folks. When you bought Around the World in a Day, this the kid on the balloon was not part of the artwork. He's not part of this artwork. Matter of fact, even on the original album, when you take off the cellophane, that balloon comes off with the cellophane. That's not there. And I was wondering, just kind of looking, I was wondering if this was the same case here, and it does look like it's going to come off with the cellophane, but we're going to open it now, just right here, live
All right.
in prison. All right. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I don't know if I should, I don't want to take the cellophane off if the balloon boy is going to be part of that cellophane, because it's legit part of the artwork. So I don't want to make sure that.
I wonder why they did that.
I want to say, if I remember correctly, and somebody in the chat room might be able to tell me the story, but if I remember correctly, that was obviously done afterwards, and they wanted to add it, but that was the option at the time. I don't remember what the exact thing is. All right, let's do it. Let's see if it if you can. Shit.
Is it coming off?
Well, no, it's not. Yeah, it's coming off, but the cellophane is coming off. So I'm going to try my best just to kind of leave the bottom half of the cellophane that actually has the hype sticker and the.
All right.
But yeah, so I'm trying to move this over here. But yeah, as you can see, let me see if I can pull it up. As you can see, you might be able to see that balloon boy comes off with the cellophane.
Yep, that's what Paul Katz is saying right here. I just threw him up for a second there.
Yeah. So at least that's good. You stayed faithful to that, because a lot of people would have called that out. Believe it or not, they would have. All right. So I've got no choice but to take off the cellophane, but I will do it carefully so I can maybe slide it back on at some point.
Yep. Yes, sir.
I'll do what I can here. Let's see if I can get this off. I'm trying to do it without making a mess. Oh my gosh, this is one of the problems with unboxings. It's like I'm trying to be meticulous, but at the same time, get the show on the road.
Man. Take your time, man. It's all right.
Get the show on the road. All right, I'm just gonna.
You got a whole 49 minutes left.
Yeah, no. All right. Well, you see here, you see how it came off. It's gone. Yep. It's gone now. It's gone.
See. Wow, and it's definitely missing. I guess somebody was saying that it's not a part of the artwork. Like the same artist didn't do the balloon.
Yep. Rodney.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody needs to kick Rodney out of here.
I'll do the honors. Get out of here, Rodney.
No. Rodney stays. Rodney stays.
Without Rodney, there's no show, man.
Yeah, no. Rodney's an OG. He's an OG.
He's what you call a positive nuisance. He points out your flaws and your errors, but you're better for it.
From a very flawed and errant individual.
Well, that's all right. We all got problems. Rodney probably got problems too.
So there you go. That's so that comes out. Yeah, he does. All right. So we opened it. I'm gonna move the cellophane up the side. Again, nice foil. It kind of makes it a little bit easier to see the foil layout.
I like it.
And then, of course, on the back, I saw somebody saying, wait, girl wasn't included. Yes, girl is included on there. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, I can turn it like that. Makes it a little bit easier to see. You can kind of see the track listing, how it goes. And girl, the 12-inch of Girl is right there underneath. You see Pop Life. There's Pop Life Hello, and then the 12-inch version of.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Girl. Yeah. So. Yeah, again, and I haven't listened to it
all in like it's really in front of me. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to move it closer to
yes, sir.
Well, you are. I mean, it's something we all do that. All right, so again, all foil in the middle. This is pretty much, this is a nice effect. I love the story about the fonts and stuff, because they had to do that typesetting back in these days. It wasn't like a computer that you have now. If you haven't heard the story, again, this is me over explaining, but every single song on this album is done in a different font. I don't know what the names of the fonts are, but every single one of the fonts for each one of the songs is just different. Like America is different from from Pop Life, and Pop Life is different from Raspberry Beret. Like all the fonts are different. Different style for every single song. And so, but back in these days, this is not a computer thing. They literally have to, they have to create every single one of these and actually place them on this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the typesetting scenario back in those days is just ridiculous. So
everything had to be custom.
I just love it's whenever I didn't even think about it. You know, when you have the album and, you know, in the days of computers, you know, it's just not even something that's you think about. But now every time that I see this, even on the original album and on this remastering here, that's the first thing I think about is like all the effort that happened.
That's right.
On this. What was her name that did the who's Debbie was Debbie McGuan? Is that
Debbie
her name?
McGuan was she was around when I was there.
Yeah, so I think that may be her. So anyway, so that's the foil actually does make it pop. All right, so nothing on this side. It's just a fold over flap, I guess, on there.
Okay.
But on this side, I guess this is where the magic is. Pulled it out. There's no. That's kind of unusual. Nothing inside here. So what I just pulled out is what is inside. So we'll move this over. Okay, this is not what I was expecting. It's plain white. Oh, Lauren Lafumba. That's right. Thank you. Deborah McGuan was she did some work too, but
that was later in the 90s. Yeah. That was when I was there.
So regular white sleeves. With the okay. All right. So I'll say in a second. So, let's look at the vinyl for a second. Yeah, I'll just say it now. White, just a regular white sleeve for a deluxe.
Right. Yeah.
That's uninspired. That's uninspired.
Right, okay.
That's uninspired. That's not inspired. That's not inspired. Come on now. Does anybody disagree? Does anybody think this is okay on a deluxe version of $46?
No, deluxe is deluxe. That means no normal. Everything's got to be bedazzled and whatnot.
I mean, all the other deluxes and even regular releases, that's not. Come on.
I mean, is it a little thing or is it a big thing?
I mean, I'd like to. This would have been nice to have some,
some color.
Well, like the 12-inch version. Like I know they had a single set that was, it was a box set of the 7 inches, and each one of those singles that was in that single box set had the sleeve for whatever the 12-inch was. It was like just blown up versions of little individual thing, like America. America was the boy holding the flag, and Raspberry Beret was the woman with the raspberry beret. Something, and so every single that was in that box set had its own pictorial sleeve. So now here I am with this
flower print. I agree. Somebody said it could have been the flower print.
It could have been anything. It could have been anything. And it's not even in that static. It's the static sleeve. It's a regular paper sleeve. It's not a static sleeve. I mean, obviously it's a good quality vinyl because it's never been played before.
Sure.
So wow, that is going to end up being the shortest unboxing I've ever done in my life, because there's really nothing to say other than there's 3 vinyls here, with obviously one of the vinyls being the album, being the album itself with the regular A and B sides like you would have gotten with the original vinyl, and then which was this one. So it's got an A and B side, A and B side of what you would expect, and they don't even. Okay, so that is the A side. Pay attention to the graphics. That is the A side for Around the World in a Day.
Okay.
Don't look at the font, just look at the graphic.
Yep.
And one of the other vinyls. And here, both of the vinyls. Guess what?
They don't match?
Same graphic.
Oh boy! Wow. Okay.
Same graphic on the B side for all 3 B sides.
Wow.
Guess what? Same graphic on every single A side. Look. I have the estates back. I love when they do stuff like this, but if you're going to do it, you guys know this is not.
Well, yeah.
I'm looking forward to listening to it. I'm going to listen to it. Obviously, the scenario with Girl, the 12-inch version of Girl. I'm hoping it's not as evident as I'm hearing. But I don't. This is a deluxe. I paid $46 for this. I mean,
Yeah.
and there's nothing else in here. There's no photo. There's no posters. There's no nothing. It's white sleeves. I don't know. I assume that the CD is just the CD version of this is probably the better bet. I mean, I guess we'll see sound wise.
Right. Yeah.
I guess we'll see sound wise what this is. I mean, obviously it's not going to translate well here because my vinyl, my record player is not attached to this, but
Right.
okay. That's, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I have not watched any other unboxing at all on this. I know that they exist. People were doing them before the album came out. Before the album came out, people were doing unboxings of this. I have not listened to any of them. I've seen them. I did not click for the very reason is because I didn't want to, for some reason, I was not able to avoid the comment about Girl. For some,
Yeah,
I think it was on.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. That's the Around the World in a Day.
Well,
I haven't
all right,
listened to it. I can't give you a grade because I haven't listened to it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not. I don't.
Okay.
I want. You want. Okay. I want to play nice. I'm all about. The foil looks great, Steve. You're right. I want to play nice, and I will play nice, but I'm also not gonna.
You have to call it what it is, man. You can't.
Come on now.
Yeah.
You want to maintain your integrity, and I want to maintain my integrity.
Yes.
So I'm going to tell you what I feel. And that product again, sound wise is probably phenomenal, but guess what?
Yeah.
You put it on Spotify at 12:01 a.m. And what people don't know, and maybe you guys don't read the emails that Spotify sends out like relentlessly to their fans or their people who have the program installed.
Sure.
Spotify upgraded their system. They now play super high grade on the paid models. What Tidal was doing was upcharging for. Spotify now does with pretty much all their accounts.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're hearing them at the super high res. I don't know where it's at. I just know it's upgraded from the standard.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, great.
Yeah, so you have the ability to be able to hear this, which is, I guess, was supposed to be the piece de resistance of this packaging was the quality of the music, because it's certainly not this. I mean, yes, I agree with Steve Park. Fantastic. The foil looks fantastic.
Yeah,
it does. It looks really, really cool. Nice touch. Nice touch. But the inside sure ain't shiny.
Well, the white dust sleeve is tacky, is what somebody said.
It even feels it's thicker. It's a thicker paper, so it almost feels like it's a low grade sleeve. Like if I know the thinner sleeves rip better. I mean, it's heavier duty, but it feels like it's. All right. Well, I'm sorry. My apologies. It's another one of those King Tut's tomb moments.
That should have been done like Welcome to America.
Right. Even Welcome to America, which was a posthumous release that was not released as a super deluxe, was. Hold on.
Well, let's see it. Yeah, because I don't have it. And that's Kurt right there chiming in. Oh, hey, Kurt. About Down in the Valley. Yes, I'm very familiar with that store. I actually had some CDs on consignment there for a little while. But yes, a great music store. I've been there. I prefer the Electric Fetus just because that's where my heart's at. I discovered some of the greatest albums in my life at the Electric Fetus. So that's kind of my spot, just to answer your question.
Yeah, let's
Are we about to see the Welcome to America? Oh, yeah, bring it on, man.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to look at it, let's look at it. This is the Welcome to America one. So let's open this again. All right, let's take the comment down so we can see. There we go. All right, so this is the Welcome to America. This is not it's just it. This is the deluxe version of Welcome to America, which a beautiful, glossy insides. This was. I mean, look at this thing, man. I got to get this drink. My drink out of the way.
Don't spill your drink all over Prince now.
I mean, look at this. This is gorgeous, dude.
It's quality.
And then they have the two. Oh, we got out of front. You got the two CD sleeves. The two CDs in sleeves. I got to move the microphone again. I'm sorry. But yeah, so you had those. And of course, if you take the CDs out, come on, work with me. Yes, it was CD sleeves, but even the CD sleeves have amazing photography on them. I mean, just gorgeous stuff. And on the other side,
oh yeah, man. I was wondering where those pictures came from.
I mean, dude,
with the fuzzy boots on, man.
They need to make Prince. Hey, y'all need to make a T-shirt out of this. I could see it. Can you see this outlaid on a white T-shirt? This, look, you know what? I'm gonna make one myself. I'm not gonna sell them, but I'm gonna make one myself because this is badassery right here.
Oh yes, sir.
Anyways, I mean, look at this. And then you got inside here, you got this unbelievable photo book. I mean, and I'm not going because I did go through this in detail on here. Yes, I'm going to get to it. Don't be look, man. In case you didn't see the movie, give me a second, Steve. Hold on. Let me move this to the side because I don't. So this actually had. So they actually did these posters and these hard inlays and stuff. A massive Welcome to America poster with the lyrics to Welcome to America. They had, there's more in here. This all came in a Welcome to America packaging thing here. They had a replica backstage pass. Plus on top of that, these one night stand cards. Just a
man.
Ticket replica, all access and working passes here. I think this is a set list. I think if I remember correctly, set lists.
Wow, man!
All this stuff inside of this Welcome to America box, and as Steve Park just ruined, just kidding. I'm just messing with you, Steve. They had two albums. They had two vinyls. They have the vinyl that is the actual Welcome to America album. Front and back, obviously. Again, beautiful things. And where's that? Where'd it go? And where'd the other one go? Remember, where did I? Oh yeah. Sorry, it was on the other side. On the other side, you had etched vinyl with Welcome to America etched on the vinyl.
Wow, man.
All right. So, all right, look. Do you want me to go back to the Around the World in a Day deluxe edition that we just purchased? Now, obviously, this was not $45, but this was, I can't remember if this was deluxe or I'm pretty sure this was super deluxe or whatever. But still, what came in this packaging is like we just opened it up. Around the World in a Day. It was the album with the gatefold with the lyrics on the inside, and 2 vinyls in there in white paper sleeves with A and B side graphics replicated on all 3 of the vinyls. And on top of that, apparently there is audio issues as well, with speed issues with 12 Inch of Girl, which again, I have not heard, but there's multiple people reporting that. And so, I can't speak it to truth, but when I hear it, then I can. I'm pretty sure there's not a whole bunch of people lying.
This package was about $100.
I think so.
Okay, that's what some people are saying. 100.
But still,
yeah.
You didn't even give an option that was anything like this for the around the world in a day.
Sure,
there was nothing.
It's a complete differential. It's a like 180 degree.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. You're talking about what I just showed you was Welcome to America. This is
Around the World in a Day, which has got hit songs on it.
This is Welcome to America that nobody had even heard. The amount of effort that went into the creation of this, and one of those CDs, by the way, is it's not just where was that? It was Welcome to America. It was Welcome to America, the album, which I'll show here, the album. And then the other CD, which I neglected to mention, was a live CD from the forum. Welcome to America live from the forum. This all came in this box.
Wow.
So, I realized there were different people at the helm, but if you're gonna, if you're gonna sit in the seat, you better warm it.
You better drive.
You better warm it, and not with,
somebody's saying, is there any truth to this statement? They did very well with this set. A pity it didn't sell very well just because it wasn't 80s, 90s material. Probably a reason why the estate claims things don't sell. Did they ever say that? Never complain about it?
Yes, they have. And they've said it, they've said it publicly. I can't remember which one of them said it. I don't like, I can't remember which one of them. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I've heard, I'm going to make ourselves the same here. I've obviously heard them say, they want to release things that are going to make money, and to release new material or anything really that the fans are begging for is a tough sell from a physical product standpoint, because you can really only market to existing Prince fans. New Prince fans are going to be hard to come by unless they are being nostalgic about the music that they heard in the 80s and 90s. So yes, there is some truth to what they're saying. Because there's not a bunch of people clamoring for 3121 deluxe edition outside of the fans, outside of us. Sure. Nobody's even thinking twice about that.
But does that mean they're aiming for the lowest common denominator, or are they trying to?
Well, which again proves my point, though, that the way that you make this work is by the revision and the relaunching of MPG Music Club. That's what you do. Because then you don't have to worry about physical products. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You just the artwork, obviously, and making sure that the recording is correct, but you don't have to worry about the expense that goes with creating something like this. You can, and maybe you make it something that's, in limited editions, like the Because Sound Matters or something. You create a demand for it. There's got to be better marketing or a thought process that kind of goes in place when you do stuff like this.
Sure.
Sure. Oh boy, I'm going to catch all kinds of hell for this, bro.
Oh yeah, no, they're going to try to shut you down, man.
I'm going to catch all. I just want y'all to know, I hope you enjoyed it. It was nice knowing you. No.
If you find my dead body, I did not have a death wish. I did not commit suicide. I love life.
Honey, remember where I told you where I keep all my life
Exactly.
insurance information?
That's right.
Anyways, I mean, sometimes, but again, that is all about making sure that, we're here for the same reasons. We're here to support the legacy of Prince and to make sure that it gets to move forward. And if I'm someone that's on the sorry, let me try this again. If I'm someone that's on the fence and I go to the record store on Record Day and I'm holding this $46 product in my hand, that is a pretty big purchase for somebody that's on the fence, not a hardcore Prince fan, but somebody that's like, I really did like Raspberry Beret.
Right.
This foil cover is pretty nice. And then I spend the $46 plus tax, and I get home and I open it up, and that's what's in it. I may feel some sort of way. So you got to make sure that if you're going to win over new fans, you got to make sure that you're marketing correctly and that what you're putting into their hands is something that is going to be cherished for, even the original releases of these albums. The amount of thought that Prince put into it about how it was packaged and, all the different artistic decisions, like his belly button being right on the bend of the Parade album.
Yeah.
It's like his belly button's right on the spine of that album. Now, obviously it was the photographer that brought it to his attention, but I mean, to make those decisions
listen, I watched him do it. He had clear vision, man.
Yeah.
He always knew what to do with stuff, and how to keep it interesting, because he had kind of a short attention span himself,
Yeah.
So he was always thinking, like, what's going to last? What's going to make the biggest impression?
Always ahead of the curve.
He was ingenious that way.
Everything that you didn't like from Prince back in the day, now that you're older, 10, 20, however many years removed from whatever album it is that we're like, listen to it now. Listen to it now and see if you feel differently about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's plenty of albums. When Emancipation came out, I did not like it. I was looking, I was like, this is 3 CDs of songs that I had to force myself to kind of listen and re-listen. And there were some really good songs on it, but I thought, oh my God, this is his first release from he's free of Warner Brothers. There's 3 CDs of shit he's been holding back. And oh my God, this is going to be kablam. And I got it and it was like, okay. Now I listen to it. Now I listen to it, 10, 15 years later, and it is, or 20 years later now. And I love it. There's so many great songs on that album because he was so far ahead of his time that I didn't understand or wrap my head around what it was that he was doing. And now I listen to it later and like, yeah, I was wrong on that one.
No, there's great songs on in that package. I will hold on and say I think there's one really strong record there. That has been my enduring opinion of Emancipation. There's one strong real record. Like if you pull the right tracks together, there is an incredible album.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever gone to Prince Vault and checked out the original layout of the album that was going to be Dream Factory. I actually was able to locate, I'll reuse the word again, from nefarious sources.
That's all right.
The original. I just wanted to be funny.
It's gonna be like Pee Wee's Playhouse in a minute. Nefarious.
That's right. No, but basically, I was able to locate the tracks where those individual songs were actually segued together. So I was able to find and be able to reconstruct that album. There's a couple songs that are obviously from other sources, but I was able to recreate that album and I played it one time. They're all released songs, but they're just different versions of them. and I played it on Funked Up on our app.
Okay.
And it's unbelievable. The layout and the flow of that album, the way that it was originally intended, Dream Factory, which ended up being scattered onto this, that, and the other, was phenomenal. And it's just, he has these moments of brilliance, and he's just like, nah, that's not brilliant enough. Now I'm gonna deconstruct it and put it back together in something else that's brilliant, which ended up being Sign of the Times in this case. But it's just it's unreal. It's just unreal. So there's that.
I mean, I marvel at just his level of productivity. Just one guy. I that's my latest revelation about things. It's like how did he do it? He must have had, I don't want to say multiple personalities, but he just could come at it from so many different angles.
Yeah.
And
just recreate him, and to be able to not just recreate himself, but recreate himself multiple times.
Every other year, at least. Yes.
What was it? Brown Mark that said every single time that he came into the studio and his hair was different, you're like, oh, okay, we're doing something else. We're doing something totally different. Here we go.
Yeah. Sure. And why not, man? That's the thing that's missing from music now, is a sense of adventure.
Right.
Everybody's afraid to break the mold and really go for it,
Yeah, it is. I mean, a lot of people, like, all the apologies, Fred. I know you're feeling some sort of way about Emancipation. As I said, as I went down the road, I like that album now. I like that album a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And to Michael's point, while they're all great songs, if you strategically took all, you could take like the best of, in your opinion, and create masterpieces.
Christopher Hendricks says it's 15. He says 15 strong tracks would have been perfect. I don't disagree.
Well, he was also doing a thing too. It was, what was it? Was it 13 songs, exactly 60 minutes?
Yeah, there was a format. There was an imposed format. But can I just say this? Because we've been talking about a few things, and I've been making mental notes. I'm a big fan of Doja Cat. I think her band is fire. Yeah, I think her band is fire. I think she's inventive. But this new record, I feel like she kind of caved. Like she kind of went after that 80s thing that everybody's sort of, she hired Jack Antonoff to produce or co-write or whatever. I'm like, she's participating in this whole other thing. And I'm like, I like when she was contrary, man, just on her own road, in her own lane, Maybe you don't like her at all, but I think she's incredible. Really. And I'm trying to like this new record, but I kind of don't.
Well,
do you have an opinion?
I think, here's the thing. Some of these artists, I think, start out so incredible. I'm trying to remember what was a song. I'm in the middle of hold on a second. You said Doja Cat, and it made me think of SZA.
Oh, yeah, I don't care. I got you.
Well, hold on. SZA, there was a song that came out in literally over 10 years ago. From SZA. A lot of people don't know that she's been around that long, but she has. But she released an album in 2014 called Z. And the first time I had ever heard SZA was a track called Sweet November. And it was so friggin', it's such a great track. It's such a cool song. It's such a cool album. And then she began to, I guess she got more, she got more popular. She kind of went more, off, and she still has that trippy vibe to her music. Mm-hmm. But back in those days when it was more, 10 plus years ago, where it was more raw, and she had that starving artist feel.
Okay.
And I just think the direction that she went, I think a lot of artists do this. They kind of recreate themselves into something that, maybe some people like. It happened with Prince. He recreated himself in the 90s, and some people stayed with it. And some people were like, nah. that's the reality of what happened. And of course, he gained new fans. So, and SZA was the same way. Kendrick Lamar is the same thing. I don't like his new stuff at all. But his first 3-4 albums were like literal perfection. And with Doja Cat, I believe I have heard some of her earlier stuff when she first came out, where she was more raw, and she had that, she had that really, really cool vibe. But then I guess, I don't know.
Everybody wants to cross over.
Yeah, but what are they crossing over to when they do that?
I think that's what they find out. That's what Prince found out. I asked him, I said, how come you released Around the World in a Day so quickly after the Purple Rain tour? He said it was done. It's like he was just ready to move on. And you talk about people who were around at that time, they were supposed to go to Europe and whatnot. He left that money on the table and just followed his muse.
Yeah.
It takes guts to do that, man.
Yeah, it does. I don't, you as an artist, you want to grow, you want to kind of move on. Like there's some bands that I just don't see evolving.
I agree.
It's like I keep hearing the same. It's like, like Dave Matthews Band is a good example. The songs are very different. They're very intricate. They have a lot of different structures and whatnot, but it still sounds like Dave Matthews Band. Like front to back, who it is. And obviously there's a distinction of his voice, but
AC/DC is another example. They're never going to change that formula.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
They sound like they sounded once they hit Back in Black. That was the template, and that's just every record, and it's simple and it's powerful, and they keep doing their thing, and I'm cool with that for them. I'm sure there are people who don't want Dave Matthews to evolve. They want that sound. They want that verbose drumming. They want that that hot spaghetti mouth singing. Hot spaghetti mouth. They want that singing. Little hot spaghetti in that mouth there.
People in every direction.
Sorry.
No, I actually like Dave Matthews Band. I've seen him in live a few times, and they're a great band live. Just musically, they don't really do much. It's no like pyrotechnics or anything. It's just it's just great music, loud.
Listen, a sold out stadium is a sold out stadium.
That's right.
Whether you're blowing stuff up or not.
Yeah, all right, whatever. But yeah, so we will move off of the record store today and the unboxing
bashing and all of that.
Well, I'm not bashing. I'm not bashing the estate. I'm bashing the product.
Yes. Okay.
And whoever was attached to that product, which I don't know who touched it and who didn't touch it.
Okay, good.
However, I do know that actually I take that back, because someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Londell and Charles get listed in the credits for this album as remastering consultants? So they did put their name on this. Okay. It doesn't matter. It's not, that is not what it needs to be. I'm glad I did not see any of the other unboxings of that, because I wouldn't have even bothered.
You wouldn't have tried.
I wouldn't have even bothered doing an unboxing of that.
Yeah.
Because I would have just been like, this is going to be, again, like it's been said before, King Tut's tomb. Remember when Geraldo Rivera went to King Tut's tomb and they're like, we're about to open it up. Here we go. And there was nothing there.
Yeah, right. I remember that. But to be honest, I'm thinking about Around the World in a Day now and what it meant, like to my core friends when it came out. Everybody was so excited to hear this record. I remember there were DJs around the country who were like, hey, we got the new Prince record. We're going to play it from start to finish. Y'all know Prince nasty. So if you don't want to hear it, to turn the station now, we're going to play it from start to finish. It was a big deal, man. I think it's the first of his records that really kind of opened the door for me. And then Parade just pushed everything wide for me.
Absolutely.
It opened my whole my mind to his entire catalog.
Rodney's asking, did I unbox the 7-inch? Is that in
is
some
that,
kind of
is that code?
innuendo?
Yeah,
is that innuendo?
Is that is he talking about innuendo?
Let me
That gummy kicked in, didn't it?
Let me put the 7-inch in the computer.
We're getting goofy.
Little Batman.
Yep.
Anyways, well, no, that's what we were talking about though, Rodney, is we were talking about we've seen people do that where they've opened up that 7-inch box set and every single sleeve has imagery on it, every single on that individual 7-inch box sets for 7 inches. That is not the Deluxe. And the Deluxe, it should at least put the effort that you put in with the singles, but bigger. This is bigger packaging. But that's not what happened. Nothing happened in the Deluxe. Nothing. And that's just not, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna, yeah. I saw what you said. I saw that post.
That wasn't the one I was trying to put up. I was putting this one. I guess they got it produced by.
Paul Katz says the credits say Londell and Charles got 2025 edition produced by Credit. Yeah, I think if you go to Spotify and you go to the album, let me see if you go to the album and look at the credits for that album. And I'm not trying to start anything here. I guess I am, but I'm not.
We're wrapping it up. It don't matter, man. If they stayed on this long, they get what they get.
No, if they stayed on this long, they're already
they're listening to see what else they can use against you.
Yes, there it comes.
At a later date.
Let me see. I thought, where was it? Was it on this side? Yeah, I guess. Apparently, I can't remember how you got to the credits. I think you can do it really easily on the. There's a way you can get to the credits, but I guess the credits do have them. Apparently, do have it in. But that's fine. I don't. Oh, here. Well, it's not showing the credits for that. Let me start this. Sorry, I'm doing something quickly here, but on the same time, trying. There it is. Or they're not on this song. They're on the credits for the album, but not the individual song. So, anyways, I know that they're listed on there. I saw it myself. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't have been released that way. I mean, I know we are grateful for releases, grateful for material being released, even if it's just remasterings of what we've already heard and better, we can hear it better. Great. But if you're going to do it, please put some detail in it. There was so much detail, so much attention to detail on every single release that's been out so far.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't feel like something was inspired previously, the amount of effort that went into the releases that predate this was great. This was not great.
Well,
Sorry.
You got one fan. Stand on that hill, Christopher.
Yeah,
tell the truth, man.
Yeah, I mean that is. Look, you guys want me to have integrity about what I say and know that I'm not in anybody's pocket. I'm all about supporting them, but I got to speak truth. That's all there is.
Yes, sir. We've done it.
Yeah, we done it. We done it. Oh boy, we done it.
You done did it now.
We done did it now. They're already saying it.
Oh shit!
They're already saying it.
Christopher, oh shit! No, baby. Oh Lord.
That's what's gonna. Here it is.
Oh shit! Christopher, oh shit! No, baby. Oh Lord.
We're gonna get in trouble now. It's okay. It's all right. I'm all good.
It's your show, man. You can do what you want to do.
Listen, we love it when you guys come and hang out with us. Again, thank you so much. We've had an amazing run of shows. With having Lisa Coleman on was amazing.
Oh yeah.
And then my birthday bash that was after that had so many people on. It was incredible. And then the Jelly Bean nod last week, the Jelly Bean special that we did last week was fantastic. So great. It's good stuff. And we love it when you guys come and hang out with us. Again, please make sure that you support this station because we do everything we possibly can to bring you some really cool up-to-date information and make sure that you guys don't miss out on anything. Let's go to patreon.com/Funkatopia. Join the family, patreon.com/Funkatopia. Download the Funked Up app. You can go to Apple Store, you can go to Google Play, and you can get that Funked Up app. Just look for Funkatopia, Funkatopia, or just look for it by name, which is Funked Up, Funkedup. And lots of cool stuff in a variety of places. And of course, since I did have an affiliate link set up for this, if you want to make sure that your information is protected, go to Surfshark. But and download Surfshark and protect your stuff. You can go to Funkatopia.com/VPN. You don't want people to know where you are. You want to protect yourself from malware. You want it to block all those pop-ups, reduce your spam calls that you get on your phone, reduce the spam you get in your email. $1.99 a month for Surfshark. But you got to go to Funkatopia.com/VPN and you can get that deal. Funkatopia.com.
Fantastic.
VPN, Virtual Private Network. Listen, WTF, welcome to Funkatopia. You can also get this mug at Funkatopia.com/shop. You can also get those too. Lots of gear there and whatnot. Right. Yes, I am your host, Mr. Christopher. This is the man right here. I don't even, every day that we go on live and this man is in the other panel on this show, I'm like, man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have you alongside for the ride, man. This is
your blessing, man. You are blessed and you're a blessing. I really had given up the idea of, I was starting to just sort of phase out of the podcast thing, like going on shows, doing my own, like I had really had it, man. But you really reinvigorated my interest. And, I thought maybe I'd be sick of it by now, but I'm still here, man.
Oh, well, at least one of it. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, well, 20 years in, you can be sick of it,
I still love doing it because I love coming and geeking out. I love it because you don't get to, this is the reason why I go into the celebration and making sure that you save the date for the celebration next year that the estate is doing up there, June 2nd through the 7th or somewhere.
The 8th, I think.
Is that what it is? It's like but you put the dates up for the celebration. But anyways, make sure you block that date in June next year because that's what's fun. You get to gather with a bunch of other purple-minded folks and geek out on all things Prince and actually not have a bunch of people look at you when you're talking to me like, okay. You're like, all right, so
no, man, you're good, man. You're good.
Nobody talk about Prince when Chris is here because he will not shut up. But it's cool to be able to be with a bunch of like-minded folks and hang out and whatnot. So
it's good. It's always a good hang, man. No, you make it real comfortable and real, I think we are relatively entertaining.
I think so. I'm entertained.
We had almost 300 people live here at some point tonight.
Well, yeah, and that's what's also weird is that we're only seeing like partial numbers too, because there's a bunch of other things that are happening as well that you're not seeing in numbers, which is on Spotify, iHeartRadio, all that. There's like a bunch of and there's a bunch of feeds that are being pulled from this. So there's people that are listening that we can't even. So it's a lot.
I got you. Yeah. Alana says 4th through the 8th.
And then Brian right above her said June 3rd to the 7th. So
all right. Yo, figure it out, you commenters.
Just block that area. Block that area of time.
The first to the 10th. Just catch it all.
Yes. I will be there. I will be there next year. I go every year. And I would love to hang out with you guys. So, but thank you for hanging out right here for a couple hours.
Right here. We wasn't even gonna go on tonight, man. But look what we did. We had a good time now.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time to be had by all. And we'll find out the repercussions of tonight's show tomorrow.
That'll be next show. Next week we'll talk about what happened this week. Right.
All right, y'all. I hope you guys had a good time. We love you. Adios, amigos y amigas. And go to patreon.com/Funkatopia. Join the family, please. Patreon.com/Funkatopia. We'll see you guys next week. Maybe. We don't know. Good night.
Good night.